Hello, everyone. I'm Eileen Smith, for those of you who don't know. And if you happen to be watching the replay, today is November the 14th, 2025. So, welcome to our Amazon Influencer Think Tank session that I like to call it. And Stephanie's here now as well, and Lily. And first, I want to start off with a question for everyone who's here. Has anyone taken advantage of the Logie half price samples? I'd love to know if you have, or even if you have not. And if you have, how's it going? Okay, Nick says she has not. Yeah, and let's see who else is coming in. Michael. Hi, Nicole. The other Nicole. Okay, not yet. Look though, what I want is everywhere. I'm not sure what that's. Maybe you mean sold everywhere, Stephanie? Michelle said I haven't found the half price option on the ones I've checked. That's interesting, Michelle, because what did you check that you didn't see the half price option? Because I wasn't able to find any that didn't have the half price option. So that's interesting. Okay, well, I think what will happen is that as we get closer to the holiday season and you guys are really starting now to work on all your strategies and getting videos up, I know that's my case. I have a backlog of things that I need to film. So before I get more stuff in, I need to film the stuff I already have. So, okay. Michelle said a cat bed thing and some Jessica Simpson. All the Jessica Simpson that I checked was they had the half price samples, but I do know that a bunch of new Jessica Simpson jewelry just came in. So I don't know. I didn't check that. Ehud?
Yeah, and yeah, I'll just mention that 99% is on the half price program. However, every time a new product is added to Logi, which is happened daily, every day we have new products being added up. So we still don't have the automation that automatically adds them to the half price sample catalog, but we're going to build that automation soon. So unless a brand explicitly says, "Hey, I don't want this product to be a part of the half price sample program," then it should automatically be added to that list. So you should definitely check it out again um, in a few hours or a couple days, and 99% of the products should be available. And anyone who's not taking advantage of it is literally missing out. But I can tell you that there's hundreds of products that we're sending for a sample. So again, the people that are the fastest to act are the ones that are going to make the most out of this. They're going to have the most opportunity to be on that product listing before others do. So I think that there's a big plan of action to be taken here, and I encourage every smart influencer to take advantage of this crazy, crazy opportunity.
Thanks, Ehud, because we don't want to miss out. If we do see something and, just jump on the opportunity because they could run out of the samples. And then you still have to pay full price if you want it. And so Michelle's going to head back over after the call, shop
That's
with
smart.
Nick.
Oh, and I
Hmm?
have to say one more thing because you said it.
Yes.
You said it. Um, there is a quantity limit for every product sample because, of course, if I'm a brand and I sell a product for $200 and someone just bought it for 100 and I need to pay 100 from my own pocket, I don't want to give away more than 10 of these for half price because that's going to cost me $1,000. So brands do put a quantity limit on the products that they want to limit the amount of samples that are available. And another really important thing to keep in mind, and it's another little secret hack for the next few weeks for the smart influencer to take into account, the program is brand new, meaning brands are giving away their entire catalog right now. So A, Many products will be going out of stock in quantity wise for the half price samples available. They will just, and it's not like per month. It's a it's a it's a all-time thing. So if a brand comes in and say, "Hey, I'm giving 10 half-price samples," that's it. That's all they give. Once it's done, it's done. It's not like it's going to be adding up again next month unless the brand explicitly comes and adds more quantity to those half-price samples. But the second thing is because it's so new, and this is only for the next few weeks, the brands put their entire catalog. They want to see how it works. But once they start seeing the results and how many products are actually being bought and what products are being bought, that is when they're going to start optimizing their half price sample catalog, changing their half price sample catalog, numbers, quantities, and you might not see certain products anymore. So I saw some people grabbing some products that they would never be able to get for 50% right now to create content for, and they are so smart. I was looking at the orders coming in and I'm like, these influencers are so smart because this product is so good. There's no way you'll ever get it for half price. And the product page is literally zero content. Like they're waiting for the first person to come and create the content for that product. So yeah, so that is like my little, golden secret tip for the day. And people should take it or leave it. It's up to them.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I figured I would check in and see how things are going, and you gave additional insights that we didn't know before. So thanks. Okay, so I'm sorry, this Black Friday toolkit. I want to bring a couple things to your attention that they sent out an email. In addition to the toolkit, I want to talk about this email they sent out that talks about this new caption AI update. Did everybody see that? Has anybody given it a try? Let me do a screen share. And this is a little GIF, but we're also going to do a little demo. This is the little GIF that came in the email they sent. And this is how, when you upload a photo, and I believe this is only working on photos, and we already knew prior that it was going to try to auto detect the products in the photo and auto tag them for us. But this new thing now is the caption. And according to what they said, that they were going to try to match the caption to your tone based on other captions that you've had. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. Let me stop screen sharing so I can put the link in the chat to the help page. It's called Create Faster with AI. I'll put the link in there and then I'll also share that whole page so you can see. Mhm. Hang on one little momento. Let me get all my little duckies in a row here. Has anyone tried this yet? Okay, this is the page on Amazon's site, and it's called Create Faster with AI, and it's part of Creator University. And you can now get quick and personalized captions in just one click. Captions are generated based on the products tagged in your shoppable photo. So nothing to do with videos. Don't get excited. And your tone from previous captions. Okay, so you're going to select manage content. They don't have to tell us that part. When you upload your photo, it's going to start first is going to start the auto tagging. Well, let's just get to it. Let's do a little demo here. Let's see if I'll be sharing the right screen. Okay, can you see my screen where I will be dragging the photo in? I need somebody to come off mute and tell me yes or no if you can see that screen.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. All right. So I just took this picture of a bunch of stuff that I had. All right. So let's see. It says detecting products. Did y'all see that? It went by kind of quick and I was talking, but it picked up on the wrong product. And I know why, because I had the little plant behind the ambi. So it thought it was the soap. That was my fault. I didn't have to put that little plant there, but I'm hiding something behind there. That's why I put my little prop. All right, so that was one, and I don't know why if it's going to detect more, review and edit the detected products. So I'm not going to deselect. Guess I'm going to go there and then say done. But no, it started generating a caption for me already. It didn't pick up on all these other products I got there yet. But let's see what happens if nope, I guess there is no way for me to come back and um, get it to auto detect any more products. Okay. So I think it's not fair to look at this AI caption until I go ahead and put some of these other products in here. Okay. Let's see if I can do that really quickly. Most of them are from my orders. So let's try it. Bear with me. Oh, it tells me no orders from Palmer's, which is totally not true. Um, it wouldn't be on my ideas list. Let's see if I do. Nope. This is not being helpful right now. So we'll just stick with the one product, even though so this is buggy. Okay, let's check the caption now. This gentle face wash is a game changer for my skincare routine. It effectively clears and prevents breakouts while exfoliating to help smooth. And so this face cream does not it's not a soap, so it's not a face wash. So it's a fail, but let's let it try again. All right, just in case. Clear skin is only a few washes away. This gentle exfoliate, yeah, if it wasn't still talking about that bar of soap, I might have had a winner here, but clearly I used products that had the name of the product on it so that it would be easy for the AI to detect. So I guess we could say it's about as good at detecting products as it is about detecting people stealing our videos.
Eileen, can I say add something really fast?
Absolutely.
I've been using that for a week or so now, or whenever I first discovered it, because I've been trying to intentionally add photos. And I noticed that if you turn on that little radio button and actually put the little dot, you can move the dot over the exact
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I
item.
don't see the radio button. That's a really weird thing
It's
about it.
right
Okay.
next to it's to the right of
Okay. All
the
right. I'm going to
description.
bring up the screen share again. Okay. To the right
So go
of
down.
huh?
Go down to where you have the ambi, even and clear, gentle, see there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, click that.
This?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll see the dot. If you move the
Okay.
dot over exactly where you want it, and then zoom,
Okay.
it will do a better job, I've found, of finding the details of that product.
Okay. So now I'm trying to get this Palmer's lotion. So now what? Do I
Okay, so move that dot because it's over to the left, right? It's the other product.
It's this one with the white.
Yeah, so move it over to, doesn't it go to the left there to the ambi? So you're basically tagging the exact product on the image. So right
Um,
now it's picking up, it's confusing the cocoa butter with
mhm,
the ambi. So if you move
it
that
is.
ambi,
So let's try a different one. Yeah,
So you're
it's,
putting
it
the
should,
toggle, you're turning on the toggle, and then whenever you
right.
do that, whatever dot you're on, you want to put that on the product. So that
yes,
Okay,
dot
this the
needs to go
product.
on the, no, that
go to the
dot
left.
needs to go on the ambi one because that's the
Okay,
toggle that one's
Yeah,
doing.
perfect.
okay,
Keep that on. No, keep that on and then regenerate.
okay.
You turned it
Gotcha.
off.
I see what you mean. You're just working with helping me with the captions. Okay. Still talking about a wash. And
Well, that's what that
maybe
is.
this is the wrong thing because this is not a wash. This is the wrong product then.
Oh, okay.
That's the
So it's not
problem.
picking up from the
That's the
photo
problem.
correctly.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
But I
So,
found that does help if you put it on the right.
okay. So, toggle. Thanks for the tip. And I thought that I'll, that's why specifically took this photo with products with all the names on
Yeah.
them, right? I didn't do a shirt or a piece of jewelry or, an oven mitt. I said, I'll just do these, thinking that was going to make it super easy, but fail.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I will be willing to try it again because I do like where it was going with the caption, but because it was the wrong product, that didn't matter. And then it was making it more difficult for me to grab the other products because they should definitely be in my order history. I buy that stuff all the time. In fact, the last time I bought three of them, but I've been buying it for years and years. So the Palmer's lotion, the white one, right? So that should have come up when I went to the order history and typed in Palmer's, but it didn't. C'est la vie. Um, okay, so Sandy says she used it. It's pretty neat, but so far, no views on any of the photos. All right, we're gonna come to that. That's the next topic up about the photos and placement of the photos. Michelle said, here's one of mine created by the AI. Give the gift of luxury this holiday season. Michelle, you want to unmute, please, my
Yeah,
dear?
I can unmute.
Yes. Go ahead. What is the item, as a matter of fact? Or
That was, let me come over here to my screen real quick. That was the Grace and Stella gift care set. It's got three little things. It's got an eye, an under eye patch, some rose spray, and some hyaluronic acid. So it's a little gift set. And I made a little thumbnail to post on Pinterest, and I put a little text pointing to the exact items. So the second one that I posted, it pulled up the words I wrote on my image and added it to the text there, which I thought was pretty fantastic.
oh, you used an overlay on your image of
On
text.
the one I made, yes, I
Okay,
using
gotcha.
Canva, yeah, and it said the
Okay.
overlay says something like hydrating, and then another one said energizing, and they pulled that into my text.
Okay. Great, great. Okay, so um how can you be sure it was for the correct ASIN, says Terica? Well, yeah, that was the problem, Terica. It wasn't the right ASIN, so um yeah, it wasn't. And what did Stephanie say? Maybe she's got a better answer to me because I'm kind of stuck on how, you know, because basically it did not have the correct ASIN. So it has gotten the wrong ASIN a few times already for me. Okay, so Stephanie's had this experience too. So it may be helpful at times, but it may need to also be trained. Um, Typically, when you upload anything, when you go to your order history and type in something, it will always come up. That's the first time for me that I went to my order history and it didn't show a product that I know that I've purchased recently. So I don't know if AI that they've got in there was blocking it from really looking at my orders or what have you. Because to me, that was clearly a bottle of lotion, the Palmer's lotion. It wasn't obscured or anything like that. So it was just that one's a little wonky. And so Sandy says, I never trust the product detection. Usually it gets it wrong because once I select the correct product, I use AI caption. If I don't like the first one, then I just get it to regenerate. Sandy, can you please unmute? Because I'm not good at reading the comments sometimes. Oh, where are you, Sandy? She says, sure. So she's
Hello.
coming. There you go. Hey,
Hey, hey.
I'm sorry. Could you?
It, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, so I discovered this product detection thing too this past week when I suddenly on a whim decided to post some photos again just to give it another try. And it was pretty neat, but the problem is it didn't actually pull up the right ASIN. It pulled up products that looked similar but then were either the wrong brand or maybe it was the right brand but the wrong model number, um, or like a variation of it. So I don't use the product detection. I don't trust it. I usually already have the ASIN myself, either because I've already done the research on it beforehand or I pluck it out of my order history. What I found neat was the AI captioning, because I never know what to write. I don't know what hashtags, I don't know what description. I just like I get so tired of thinking of creative things, right? So the AI caption is actually pretty cool. I just don't know how it helps us get more visibility because there's no visibility with my photos yet. I've uploaded probably a good, I don't know, 50 photos, zero views on every single one of them. And they're not necessarily bad photos. I don't know what it looks for. I use hashtags, I use descriptions, nothing works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for me too. Terica says I usually tag it from my ideas list instead of order history with success. I didn't try on ideas list because actually I don't have that in the ideas list because I didn't know that was going to happen. If I'd have known, I would have put that in an ideas list. But that particular product, I don't have it in an ideas list. I probably should though. So anyway, you know what? In fact, I'm going to close that out so I don't forget that it's hanging there. But that brings me to the next thing um, that I wanted to talk about, and that had to do with a video that our friend Rob from Oink did the other day. Now, y'all know I'm a fan of Oink, and I love using it. I love all the folks that are making so much more money now because they're using Oink. It's great. And there's nothing wrong with this video that I'm getting ready to show you. But I think that most of us already knew about this. And if not, that's just because you haven't been paying attention. But this video is about Amazon about to change the carousel game. A new carousel has entered. And what I have it on pause. And what it is here, he discovered that when he did search terms, not in Chrome, he just so happened to be on Edge. I'm not sure why he was on Edge, probably testing to all the things. He's always testing something, right? And here's photos. When he did a search, this particular search was for dumbbells. And it just came up on the search page. Now, the reason why I say that, if you've been paying attention, you should already know this, because my friend and yours, Stas, has been telling us this for months. Am I right? Does anybody remember Stas saying that photos will show up in other placements? And we're all like non-believers, because we're like, what placements? We want to know. We want to be able to see, where are they showing up? Well, Rob unknowingly shared a video showing y'all where those photos are showing up. And I know that most of us use Chrome, the ones that are on desktop. We're on Chrome all the time because that's where all the extensions work, right? Who the heck uses Edge? Even on my work computer, I have Edge. I don't use that thing. When it opens up, I close it out quickly. But we got to remember, there's a lot of people that still, use that. And of course, I would never install it on my Mac. But, how many people are saying maybe Edge is not the only browser that it shows up in? And I see y'all are going through saying stuff over here. Lane, did you want to say something about that? I didn't know if you saw that video.
I can't remember if I saw that one or not, but I noticed those carousels and I was interested in it. I couldn't tell like exactly how the commission would be attached to it unless you like open up the picture or open up the video. So that's the one thing that I'm kind of unsure on that. And I don't know, like, is there a length for the vertical videos that they want? And do horizontal pictures work there? Or do they have to be vertical? So those are just a few of the questions that I have right now that
Okay.
I'm just not 100% sure on.
Well, in his testing, I didn't test this because, like I said, I don't like Edge. It's not that serious for me. They were all vertical. And it clearly has the person's name on top of, let me just show that screen share again, because that might answer some of the questions that you have. So I think those are excellent questions. And it clearly has the influencers handle up at the top, and it says earns commission, and then the product is there in the bottom. So if the person is on this page and they're searching, but then all of a sudden they see these photos, I think there was one video, or maybe these were all photos. I'm sorry, excuse me. They will have to click on that product in order to see that product, because it says inspiration for you above that row of images. In fact, I'm going to give you guys the link for Rob's video, because he doesn't know I'm talking about him. But Rob, if you happen to see this one day, hey, love you. But so the person would have to click on the products that are tagged in the photo. So hopefully that answers 2 or 3 of your questions there, Lane. It has to be vertical. Well, that's all he saw was vertical.
Why would they click the product though if they're already on that product page?
They're
So,
on the search
oh, this
page.
is on
This is
search. Oh,
search.
okay.
This is only on a search. You're
Hmm.
searching for dumbbells.
Hmm. Okay. No,
Okay.
I saw this on the product page, so
Yeah,
that's why I
no,
clicked.
this
Okay.
is only, he used the word carousel, and that's probably what, you know, makes
Mm-hmm.
it a little confusing for people. So I'm glad you said that, because I just want
Yeah.
to make sure that everybody understands.
Hmm.
You're using Edge, or he was using Edge,
Mm-hmm.
and he was doing a search. He searched for dumbbells, and he searched for another topic. Let me see if I can, because I think he had that one up there for a long time. Something about cleaning. I can't remember, but this one, I think there was one video when he's when he scrubbed over, there was one video. But he also made some excellent points that there's no thumbnail, there's no writing, there's no arrows pointing. This is just grabbing the photo as it is. Okay, because Michelle, you just mentioned having the text overlay. Now, I don't know, Michelle, if you were talking about horizontal or vertical photos, but this is just, I don't know how many people use the Edge browser when they're going to Amazon, but the reason I'm bringing this up to you guys is because we see all these placements. Stas is always telling us about all these different placements, and it's almost impossible for him or anyone else to say exactly where all these placements come in at. Even when we go to our Logi dashboard, we see all these different placements where we're getting clicks or whatever. And they always have these abbreviations or some weird name that you can never figure out what the heck it is because Amazon just, you know, the engineers, they don't speak influencers speak. Right? They just call it what they want to call it. All right. And so this is just an example. Of course, this doesn't clear up all the placements, but this is just an example that I wanted to just share with you guys to show you that because we do things a certain way, sometimes we have tunnel vision. Like I said, we're always on Chrome or we're on our phone. Or we always think that this is the experience that everybody has. But here, he was on edge for whatever reason, and this is what he saw. And I also wanted to bring home the point about the fact that they weren't the greatest video photos. They were nice. I mean, they were well lit and all that, but they didn't have overlays on them. They didn't have arrows. They didn't have borders. Like, you go in Canva and you put little knickknacks all over the screen. I know I've done. Maybe it's just me. Flowers or leaves or whatever. They don't have any of that. It's the person and the product or products. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anybody else want to unmute? Stephanie, would you like to unmute? Because I see you have a lot of feedback over here.
Hello.
Hi, dear.
Hi.
You, you said something about getting views on a photo.
Oh yeah, no. I usually do get a couple of views on each photo. It feels like Amazon tests it and then they're like, nope, and then they take it away from wherever they placed it. I don't know. I don't usually get a lot, but I have had a couple of photos that have gotten a lot. I had one that also had, I think that was close to like 5 or 6,000 views. But it still only sold me maybe a couple of the products. That was a while ago, so I don't remember exactly, but it didn't convert for me. But I still do the photos because photos are very easy and we don't know where Amazon's sharing them. They can push them to socials. They have the different feeds that they test out. There have been times where I've been using the app and I've actually seen right when I'm scrolling, like whatever you're searching for in the app. Like we were just looking on desktop, but in between the listings, I've seen influencer content show up, but it never sticks. It's only for a day, a few hours, and then that goes away. So I always just keep uploading the photos because they're easy. I already have everything out for video, and sometimes even when I'm not doing a video, I'm just using the products and I'm like, oh, that'd be a great picture. I've been a photographer a lot longer than I've been a videographer. So I just take the pictures and share those because it doesn't hurt, doesn't take a lot of time.
Absolutely. And Liz is over here making a liar out of me. Hey, Liz, do you want to unmute? We'd love to see your lovely face too. Let's, I would love to hear about your use of Edge. Let's see if you typed anything. whether you can. Oh, and Liz put a screenshot here too. Okay, this is this recreating the same thing that Rob showed in his video. Okay, hang on now. I got too many windows open here. So, let me close out this image that you took the screenshot. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. And can't unmute today, sorry. Okay, no problem. So I'll try to go back and read a couple of Liz's comments because she says she uses Edge, and that's why I wanted to hear from her because I'm like, who uses Edge? Like, I use Edge. Okay. See, that's why I told you we got tunnel vision. Well, maybe it's just me that has the tunnel vision. And then Stephanie said, "Well, you write code too?" And so Liz said, "Yes." And Stephanie said, "I haven't seen it often, but occasionally I've seen what must have been testing of videos, photos, and ideas lists right in the shopping feed." Okay, now, Stephanie, I think you said this, but were you talking about on mobile or on desktop when you said that? Cheryl says, I don't see that even on Edge. Altavis. Hey, Altavis, can you unmute?
Sure can.
Okay, you said something about the sweet spot for vertical videos.
Yeah. So Amazon will often give us like, oh, you should do it. I think they told us 5 seconds up to like 90 seconds for the vertical videos. But then I remember, and somebody even put a screenshot up of them when they said the 10 to 30 seconds is the sweet spot for vertical videos, because people have been asking, well, can I just do a 5 second video? Is it worth it? Blah, blah, blah. And people were giving their feedback on how the shorter videos were doing, if it was actually people were watching it, but was it actually converting? And that was a big thing. Like, you can do a 5 second video, but in that 5 second video, is it going to be enough to convert the person that's watching the video, or are they going to have to watch another video after yours? Because again, it's about what video they watch and then when they make the purchase. So they were kind of going back and forth in the comments about that one. But the screenshot, the last one that I saw from Amazon, was that the 10 to 30 seconds for a vertical video was kind of like your the sweet spot, anything between that. But then I always tell people, when it comes to uh, the video watch time, what's the video watch time for the videos that you already have done? And so you can look in your creator hub and actually see what was the watch time. What is the watch time, which is interesting because of course they just took away I think they took away how many views in the creator hub now.
I think that's broke. I don't know that they took it away. I know it's not there,
Yeah,
but
I was like, it went away.
I think it's a glitch. I think it's a glitch because there's like all this wide open space in the middle of the page now. And I'm like, why would they do that? That doesn't make
Which
sense.
is weird. But they
Yeah.
also, if you go into your dashboard and look at your content, you should be able to see it there. And if you go in the app, you should be able to see it for, your top performing ones. You can see it there too. So again, they're making some changes and adjusting some things. But when it came to the video time span, that was probably the sweet spot. And then um the other thing was about, the videos and the vertical videos and the pictures, that I was seeing them on both the search pages and the product pages as well. So they've been kind of testing it out for a little while now, and people are just starting to see it more and starting to ask questions about it. But they've been testing it out for a little bit more time, because they tested out doing it after somebody would make a purchase, and it would come up right there after you make your purchase. That would be the first place. And then they started adding it to other places as well. And then the other thing, when it came to the videos, the vertical videos, when you were in the search section, if you clicked on a product, sometimes a video would pop up as well. And so I haven't seen that one happen as much as it used to. So they may have said, that didn't work so well. But they're testing out quite a few things when it comes to our videos and pictures, when it comes to placement. So it's exciting a little bit, a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm kind of curious as to how they're putting these onto the search page though, because like I tested out dumbbells and I was able to reproduce what Rob saw, but then I'm trying some other products that I know I've done pictures for, and I'm trying to like what's the keyword, I guess, that you have to type into search to be able to get those pictures to show up, and that's something that I don't see. So I don't know
It's
if
not
anybody has
considered.
anything.
I'm wondering if because remember, if you go in and I'm gonna go into it so I can say exactly where it's at. If you go in the Amazon app, when you go to the little push on the little person in the second section and you scroll down, remember they had like, do they still have it? Da-da-da-da-da. Your interest was one, but they had like your top, whatever hashtag would be associated with what you would normally be searching for.
Yeah, but I think what Lane is saying, and is what I think Rob also mentioned, because you didn't watch the video yet, but he mentions that if this is random, this is not like something that we can replicate. In this particular case, I see that Liz actually did go over and typed in dumbbells and sees the same photos
That's what I
that
saw.
Rob's, but that when I say it's random, I mean the search term is random. This is not going to work for every search term or what we wanted the search term to be, because the keywords are like way above my pay grade. Stas, if he were here, I'm sure he would share some more keywords with us. That doesn't mean they'd be the keywords that you're trying to go after, because there's millions of them, right? So anyway, and then Cheryl says it must be personalized search. Now that is the question that I was going to leave. I don't know if he was logged in or not. Liz, were you logged in? Lane, are you logged in Edge when you're
Actually,
doing these?
I'm on Chrome and I am logged
Okay.
in and I was able to see it, but now I'm trying to
Oh, you're
reproduce
seeing
it
it on
again.
Chrome.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
but now I'm
great.
not seeing it.
Okay, what about you, Liz? Are you logged in? So I don't know if it was personalized. Oh, she is logged in. Okay, and she saw it. And so that's good, because it probably won't show up if you're not logged in. But that's just an assumption on my part because I haven't tested it. But yeah, yeah, it's just interesting. And like, I'm just going to repeat one more time. I wanted us to all see this together, that there's these there's these placements of our content, in this case, photos, that we always wonder where is this happening? Where are people? How come people are liking my photo? Or how come I'm getting a view on this photo? Because it's somewhere obscure and random that you don't normally travel to, right? Because I know personally, I don't look for videos or photos on a search page. And if I saw them, I probably would ignore them because I'm not thinking, oh, this could be part of a strategy. And I still don't think it could be part of a strategy. The only strategy there is upload vertical photos. That's the only strategy. And the fact that they're honing these AI tools, even though we had a little bit of a fail on the example that I used and with some of the experience of some of you guys, they're talking about photos. They are not talking about using AI yet for the videos. Now, maybe as they're working on this, they will realize one day they need to give us more than 60 characters. Because that's what we have right now for videos 60 characters for a caption. AI probably can't even make a caption with 60 characters, okay? so, so maybe they'll extend that, but that might be years down the road. Who knows? Because it's weird the things that they're working on. Like, why are y'all working on that right now? But this is what they want to do. Use AI. They want to give us a tool to make things easier for us. We use AI as well. And I think they're also trying to guide us in a way that improves the captions that people because I know I'm going on top creators pages all the time. And when I look at some of their photos, and I say to myself, this photo got 300 likes or whatever. And the caption is something like, you know, here's my shirt. Like, huh? But just because they're probably doing offsite or what have you, I don't know. I can only assume, right? So it's all these things have to be taken into consideration. And Liz, so they had everyone hashtag based on the categories. And so, like women's style, and that's what it seems. These are all tagged with almost exactly. And if you look at the content too, it's older. Okay, so to me that means it's proven, right? It's proven for conversion. So that's if it's older. That's just an assumption, y'all. An assumption on my behalf. Stephanie is posting a screenshot and has to do with some sewing things. I don't know if these are this in my opinion, Stephanie, what you're showing me are brands photos. That's just my opinion.
Hello.
I could be wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, they are brand photos. I just found this because I was looking right now. We were talking about it, but they're taking customers off of Amazon. I've never seen anything like that before, where Amazon's like, it comes with a little pop-up and says, "You're leaving our site. Do you wish to continue?" So that just kind of surprised me. I wanted to
Oh, yeah.
show that this is a different,
Okay.
like a different widget that they're putting into the feed when you're looking up something.
Yes, this is what a part of their retail media play. In other words, brands pay for that. They're not just randomly saying, "Oh, we like this brand. We'll send
Oh,
you to their
yeah,
website." It
I'm
might
sure
not
that.
say sponsored because it's sending you to their website. So that's but a different strategy. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so thanks for all your feedback. And Liz put a bunch of keywords here for us. And you know me, I'm copying those bad boys. Thank you, Liz. And yeah, so we just have to kind of like be open to the fact that video carousels are not the be all and end all. It may right now, it may be where the focus is, where we're making money. I'm sorry, excuse me. Where the money's coming in at for most of us or some of us. But yeah, let's not forget about those photos, as our friend Stas has been telling us. And I saw Nick say earlier, I must not have been paying attention. There is a one or two replays. Actually, the very first time Stas ever even came on to speak to us, he shared a presentation that he had done to some brands or at a conference or something like that. And even then, we're going back maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Even back then, he was telling us about the different placements and photos being part of the whole ecosystem of where your content can be seen. And he's been encouraging us to do photos. And of course, with your Logi products, that's another way to make sure that you're always having content for those products is, yep, take a photo. He said it the last time he was on here, which was like 2 weeks ago, maybe three, but I think it was 2 weeks ago. And he said, because he tracks this kind of stuff, he's like a data scientist, okay? And he compiles all this data and he reads all these white papers and all this stuff. So, yeah, he's been telling us to use photos. And Lane just wants to understand your lists.
Yeah, I
List.
don't understand the list. Like, are these search terms that you're searching that are and you're finding videos or photos there, or what's the purpose behind the list?
Yeah, I think she posted it before she started, so you'd have to scroll back, but she could post it again, I hope. And let's see if I missed anything. I thought I saw a comment from you, Antoine. How you doing? You can post that comment again if you wish. Oh, Lena, hi, dear. What are your thoughts on what's the best titles for photos, especially if using the same one for the video thumbnail? Okay. I, I will say I'm not an expert when it comes to that. And the way I do things is totally different. So I would recommend that you listen to the people that are top creators when they mix. Cause I don't do things the way they do. I don't believe in that whole use the same title over and over again and just replace the word. You'll never believe until you must watch this. That's just me. It just goes against my being. But there's folks that make way more money than me that are using the same titles over and over and over again. So that's my thoughts. So follow what they're doing. Like someone like Rob, who even has that part of Oink that you can use those titles. All you got to do is replace the whatever the product is in the format of the title as well as on the thumbnails. Now, I will say, like I said, I look at a lot of top creators, and I have to take a pause right now and just say the rules are different. No offense, Lane. The rules that someone who's let's say a silver or a bronze, we gotta play by different rules than the gold and the platinums. Okay, because they have the momentum, and we're trying to get the momentum. So, and Olena, I'm not really sure if you're any of those tiers or not, but some things that will work for somebody who is, they could be featured in an Amazon ad. They have a little dinky caption, or their video has a boring title. But someone who's struggling and trying to get noticed, you may need to put a little bit more zhuzh on your titles and thumbnails. That's just my opinion. And I thank you for asking. Cheryl, I think getting offsite traffic also affects ranking for on-site. It absolutely does. And they have had secret rankings for years. Absolutely. And they still have that shop by interest. Inspire did not go away. It's still there. And you can scroll through Inspire any given time of day. Trust me, I do it all the time. And 90% of the people that are in there are top creators. And you'll see there's not, that doesn't mean that there's only top creators, and you'll see that they've got so many likes and and all that. Of course, I don't know how many sales they're getting, but they're top creators, so they're selling somehow. Okay, so and Liz says that's also what we got paid on, was hashtagging those hashtags correctly, or we didn't get paid. So maybe there's something with these categories. Okay, so Liz is answering you. I'm sorry, I didn't go back to her original um, response to you, Lane. Liz says the lists are the categories slash hashtags that this massive third party incentive during year 2022 to 2024 to create content in and hashtag. Okay, so it's one of the old incentives that they did. The one I mentioned to you the other day that Amazon hired to do instead of running them themselves and botching them now. Okay, so does that ring a bell, Lane? No? Okay.
No,
Yep. So,
I don't remember any incentives. So I guess I
okay.
wasn't a part of it. I don't know.
Okay. So if there are any spaces in the category name, they use, for example, DIY home improvement, hashtag DIY home improvement. And it seems to me this content that is tagged with these categories correctly are what's being used. Just a theory. Okay. It's a good theory, Liz. I've talked about those hashtags as well. Um, the same kind of hashtags for shop by interest, the categories that they use in shop by interest. And Michelle, we talked about that a long time ago, right? To use those hashtags. And, like I said, there's always two different categories. The hashtags that might work for Liz and Lane might not work for Eileen and Michelle. Sorry. And I know I see people in the groups all the time saying, for those of you who are doing this full time, how did you this, that, and the other? And it's like, just because they did it don't mean that that's not going to work for you. Just keep going. Just keep going with follow. You kind of got to follow the signs, like with this vertical photo thing. The fact that they're building AI tools for this vertical photo, it's hard for me to say vertical photo, for these pictures, that lets you know those are the kind of pictures you need to be putting up. All right, because I know maybe a year ago, some people were saying, oh, the same thumbnail that I use on my video is the thumbnail that, yeah, but your thumbnail right now, I don't care if your video is vertical or horizontal, your thumbnail needs to be vertical. That's for us bronze and silver people. Vertical thumbnail. Amazon never tells you that. But you go on somebody's storefront, and if you see a bunch of verticals, that looks so much better. Well, if you're on desktop, that looks tremendously nicer than. And people say, well, in the carousel, blah, blah. Yeah, but in the carousel, you barely ever see the thumbnail. Like, If somebody's getting ready to watch your video, that carousel, that thumbnail is going like so quick. It depends upon how they're watching, whether they're on their phone, whether they're on desktop. All the good there's so many different factors. So what I like to do is the same way you do on social media. The thing that they're building tools for, that's the thing they want you to use. That's the thing they're pushing. So don't ignore that. I'm not saying stop what you're doing. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying stop what you're doing and don't even make videos next week. Nope, I'm not saying that. I'm saying add this into your mix, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Add this into your content mix to make a vertical photo picture and post it, tag it, let them make the caption. Like I'm going to redo the one that I did as a demo today. I'll have less products in there. Okay. I'll redo it. Maybe I'll just do one product at a time because AI is getting confused. All right. And then I'll let them make the caption because this is what they want. Okay. Does that resonating with anybody? Can somebody shake their head who has their camera on? Foz, can you shake your kitty's head? No, Nick came on camera to shake her head. Yay! Stephanie said, oh, Andrew said, I don't bother wasting my time with that crap, honestly. Way too many people make things harder than they need to. I'm not sure which crap you're talking about, Andrew, but thank you. Olena, I feel like Amazon is a beauty trend. Buy this shade of lipstick this year, and then it's different shade next year. Yeah. And they do always, to Alto Visa's point, what she was talking about earlier about the video length, they still are talking about 10 to 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's what they said in the presentation that they gave. The only thing that was new to me, and because I didn't read it anywhere else, was the dates. So let's pay attention to these dates. The Black Friday week starts on November 20th through the 28th. And then Cyber Monday starts on the 29th and goes through December 1st. And also, they said that every day, they're going to be sending us emails with new deals, with different deals. Like the ones they sent us yesterday, not going to send us tomorrow. Well, starting on the 20th. So now, before we go, speaking of this, has anyone received emails about a creator uploading content or going live? Has anyone received emails? Because, they said that that's what's going to happen. Now, maybe it didn't start yet. But I know I have not received any emails about creators uploading content, going live. I still get the notifications when people go live, which I completely ignore. But I just wanted to know if anyone got any emails. Okay, nope, not yet, not yet. Okay, what? And yeah, so I guess by the 20th is when we should start looking out for those. I know I follow a handful of you because I get a notification pop up for some people going live. Yes. Well, I went live. I went live. Yay. Yeah, I went live and you ignored me. Shame. Yes, sure. I'm not sure I'm following you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I probably ignored it. Um, yeah. So lots to look forward to. Lots for us to, think about and be on the lookout for those emails coming from them and maybe even text messages coming from them. I didn't get any text messages, I don't think, since last week. So last week was the first one, but I know some of you have been getting text messages. But yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? I don't think I missed any questions, but if I did, please message me. Feel free to message me. And people know they've messaged, I get messages all the time, and I will try my best to answer. Okay.
I'll point out just real quick that on the Oink
Mhm,
extension, he has, I
mhm,
don't know how new it is, but I noticed it the other day. There's like a little pop-up that shows up in the corner. So if you
mhm.
have creator connection messages, like brands reaching out to you and you haven't responded to them yet, there's like a little, it's like a notification basically to let you know that you have a message there that you might want to respond to. So I just thought that I'd bring that to y'all's attention as a way to, as Rob says, you got to keep your pipeline busy, and so that's, I think, one way to help with that, and another great use for the Oink extension if you haven't gotten it yet.
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me about that because actually I got one of those. I got one of those
Mm-hmm.
pop-ups this week and this brand, and they let me know. They gave me the tracking number and all that good stuff, and I still didn't get the thing. But I didn't look at the tracking yet either. Alina said she noticed it yesterday. And also there's another cool feature. I think I will save that for next week, but I'll tell you what it is. It's about your front performance.
Oh, I haven't looked at that. I want to
Storefront
check that out.
performance. So yeah,
Yeah.
you check it out and then try to like be prepared to talk about it next week because I think that's a good feature and I'm pretty sure it's just a pro feature, but if anyone who has not
Yeah,
ever
if you're not using
downloaded it,
if you're not using Oink, you should be using it.
right.
datreviews.org/automation. I've got a link to it if you want a quick. I think it gives me like 10% off or something, but y'all go and check that
Mm-hmm.
out. If it like, I make so much money with Oink, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It is, it is. And yeah, and y'all know your girl told y'all about it a long, long, long time ago. And that's okay though, because I know sometimes y'all be multitasking and y'all don't hear everything I say. I get it. So, so with that, it is a little after the top of the hour. So I look forward to seeing you all at 2 p.m. with Alto Beast. And uh, otherwise, if you get a chance, have a great weekend. All right. Bye, everybody.
All right, see y'all later.